Hello, dear friends. Today we will speak about our emotions, which are great power on earth, the greatest power on earth. They are of great importance for our lives. I hope you can hear the water running. You can't see it, but I hope you can hear it. Uh, the symbol of our emotions are water. When there is calmness in our souls and in our minds, it is exactly as calm as a lake is, or the sea in the smoothest way. But when there is anger or frustration, it is depicted with a storm. In ancient Greece, the god Poseidon, the god of waters and of the areas under the water, especially the sea plate, had a trident. He was mixing the water when he was angry, creating storms. He was the enemy of Odysseus, always bringing him difficulties, storms that were taking him out of his routes, traps, sirens, and so many other obstacles. What do these all mean? They represent the power, that immense power of the emotion that can drag you into bottomless, deep places, away from the truth and the right path of your life route for your evolution. The waves here represented as horses, showing their enormous power and reminding us Plato, who describes emotions and the parts of the soul. The charioteer, the Greek statue of the complex that it was part of, is at the Delphi Museum. The complex included him, the horses, and the chariot. If you see the statue carefully, he has a calm expression in his face and in his eyes. His eyes are if he's turned inside, as if he is meditating. At the same time, he holds the reins in such a way that refers to the control of the emotions, which are the horses. A great wisdom comes from ancient Greece. They were such a great nation that through the art we see so great meanings. Poseidon brought to Acropolis in Athens sea water, and the waves were like horses. Oppositely, Athena, the wisdom goddess, donated the olive tree in Athens, which is a symbol of glory, simplicity, and high ideals, great qualities of spirit, the symbol of the Olympic Games. But what is the meaning of our emotions? They are energies that come out from our subconscious minds, from our subconscious thoughts. Which are the basic emotions? It is love, surprise, sorrow, joy, anger, and fear. The emotions are the crucial energy that determine our personal evolvement. There are secondary ones as passion, jealousy, disappointment, etc. They are the energy that motivates us to act. We're not able to understand all these emotions because we cannot realize the thoughts that creates them. Our subconscious is the 95% in our minds, and our conscious is the 5%. It needs a great level of awareness and work with ourselves to keep on learning our subconscious and to bring it into the conscious mind. That is how we get self-knowledge. Many times, our emotions take control and we cannot think clearly. It is like the water of the sea when it is windy. It gets sandy and dirty, and only when the wind stops, the water becomes clear again and we can see through it. This is our judgment, my dear friends, that it is not clear because whatever touches our weaknesses makes them get bigger. Through this procedure, we cannot see things clearly. Our biology, we have said that before, changes through different thoughts and feelings. So, we can't escape from our feelings if we don't change our thoughts. What do we have to do? We have to learn the process, how we create these emotions, and not to let them guide us, but like the wise charioteer, to lead them with our mind and body and go wherever we want to go. What is essential is to keep our biology clean from the stressful hormones of all the negative thinking. We will come back to how important it is to get rid of all the programming that are like a bomb ready to explode every time someone touches it, without having any other choice. If we understand the cause, the trauma, and we heal it, then it won't be there to react in this certain way, and we will be free to choose. We notice, we correct, and we transform ourselves. The thing that we must never do is to keep feelings inside, to suppress them. And bursting out in our beloved ones, let's say, it's wrong and it is unfair. Meanwhile, we need to express them, because otherwise they create disease. Our energetical status is very important. Many people burst out wherever and to whoever they can, or being so unfair, with the excuse that they are tired. Why does someone has such a violent behavior in me, my energy and my soul? Because himself is so weak to handle his emotions. We have to filter all the stimulations to get rid of the beliefs that create that weakness inside of us. Maybe someone yelled at me and insulted me. I have to understand. I am not the cause or the target. Don't take it personally. The person is dragged by his programming, and with the attack mechanism, feels strong. That is what makes him feel powerful. Puts himself higher than the others by saying, let's say, the last word in a fight. My dear friends, the most powerful, the most evolved person is the one that controls his emotions, and not the one that agrees and allows everyone that needs to absorb our energy and creates a fight for doing that with the need to feel important. The anger tells us so many things about the person. We know who we are. We have the control of ourselves. We are used to recognize situations and the causes that create them, and we don't let ourselves in anger and rejection. The evolved person is humble, forgives, and keeps a safe distance from all the circumstances and the incidents. We were saying that we don't let differences to become arguments and fights. We choose the connection between us and the love. Acceptance is of great importance. I know the way that this person behaves. I know what I have to face. I can tell the fears that makes him behave like this. I am not the cause, but his thoughts. We all have our weaknesses. It's me that I have to control my emotions. We all have our weaknesses, though. It's me that I have to control my emotions. How? With my thoughts. Every intensity comes is a chance for trying to evolve, until I reach the point that no one can make me sad or to make me burst out in this game, and I will not allow anyone to steal my energy due to his anger. I am not a leaf in the wind. I don't offer my energy to the other person to be fed, and then I will be empty and weak, feeling sad and unprivileged, and welcoming illness. No, not at all. I learn to handle with creative ways everything that happens. I don't give in to the other's needs. I keep distance from the circumstances. As much as I evolve, I get new choices and more chances. I leave toxic thoughts and toxic emotions behind me. And also toxic people. I have my limits everywhere, to my thinking, to my feelings, to my life, and to my choices. I have to be sure so as to make the right choice. It is essential to support my choices. From the time I choose to act in a certain way, the closer you are to yourself, the lesser influence you have from the others, from the situation and the negative emotions. Our emotions are made our reaction to an incident. For example, it is raining and I feel bad. I don't feel bad about the rain. I feel bad about my emotions about the rain. It is very important to understand this. We have suppressed our emotions so deeply because we have been told that it is not right to be sensitive or to be weak. They made us feel ashamed and embarrassed for our emotions. But hiding them under the carpet in our subconscious costs us too much energy to suppress them and leave them there, that we take it from our immune system. Yes, that's right. Our immune system gets weaker because we use the power and the energy to suppress the feelings. It's so unfair to do that to ourselves. So, for this week, try to realize the thoughts that you are making, which means the emotions that comes from them, either conscious or subconscious, and they limitate you. Beliefs for life, for yourself, for society, for the others, for the relationships. Having under consideration that everything changes all the time, remember the philosopher Heraclitus that said that the change is the most certain thing that happens in every aspect of life. If we understand that, we have to accept this and not fighting to keep things unchanged, then everything will become easier. So it will be easier to change our thoughts, our habits, and our emotion. Start trying now. If you like this video, press the like button and subscribe, opening the bell to the choice all so as to be informed when the new video is coming out. Thank you for listening. Have a nice week.